Hey cuties, PeachY here, welcome back to a new video, and in this video we have some monster news to talk about. With Comic-Con having started, we have some more images of the Monster High booth, including some behind the scenes first looks at designs for collector dolls. We have our first look at the Mummy Majesties collector 2-pack featuring NEFERA's return and CLEO. We also have new images of the Wednesday Netflix doll Raven in her Raven dress and more. Stay tuned and subscribe and let's get into it. Okay, first up, let's talk about, the Mummy Majesties collector 2-pack featuring NEFERA and CLEO. Now, this is kind of like a big deal because this is NEFERA's first, G1 alumni debut in a while since she's been in the original G1 releases. So this is, I feel like this could have been like a really big deal, but as we'll talk about it, the dolls just they don't look up to par with the collector standard that they are, labeled as. So yeah, Mummy Majesties 2-pack, we read the descriptions, we saw the early head mold leaks, it all looked very promising. And now that we have our first look here at this promotional picture, it's a little bit disappointing. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It is lackluster. Are they serviceable dolls? Sure, they're cute enough, but for a collector label, for a price point that's gonna be probably $60 US, I don't think so. If these were, again, playline releases, they would be fine. They would be fine. It would be different. I think then, yes, they would meet the standard of the price point and the design and detail levels. But we're talking collector status here. We're talking Mattel Creations exclusive, probably. We're talking $60 US, probably. We're talking just a lot more things that they need to live up to, like a lot of expectations. And I'm sad to say that they don't meet those expectations, and they don't meet that level of quality that you expect for something that's $60, 2 dolls, collector label. This is not what I pictured for sure. I think the biggest thing is that it's just the printed on mini dresses. Like, what? And then I like the idea of the like the bandages pieces with like the sleeves on each doll. I like that it's asymmetrical, with NEFERA having hers on the opposite side of CLEO's, right? I like the idea of the shoes. I like the idea of the headdresses. I like the idea of the shoulder pieces with the bandage details. I think a lot of the concept is there, but then the dresses themselves, so bland, so generic, giving G2 vibes. It gives me like just so lackluster, so lazy, to be honest. And even the face-ups, like CLEO looks okay, but NEFERA, like the side glance, I don't know, I feel like something's off. She looks fine, but like this is NEFERA's big moment of return and G1 alumni. So I feel like, it's disappointing. I feel like she could have looked amazing, but it's just, I don't know, something just feels off to me. And I also remember before, like, it kind of looks like what AI would maybe, conjure up if you put in as an input, like, create a collector 2-pack of Monster High dolls, CLEO and NEFERA. Like, this is what you would get. It's like the quintessential, like, mummy theme, gold, bandage wraps and stuff. Like, this is quintessential, like, whatever you would think of for, like, a mummy theme. So I just feel like, it could have been more creative. It could have been like just executed better. I know that the designers, like, this is really not their fault. This is like the budgeting, and like this is from the higher ups. Like, they really decide the stuff that actually ends up being sold, to people. So I can't fault the designers. I bet that they had amazing, concepts, and I can still, like I said, I can see it with the bandages on the sleeves, like the headdresses. The shoes look good. They're new molds, I believe. So like it's not bad, but I just feel like, again, $60 and this is what you're getting. Like, come on, man. It could have been better. It could have been so much more fabulous, glamorous, Also, speaking of $60, and there's like barely any painted details on these dolls. Like, there's like the red jewel on NEFERA, but like, and like the beetle on NEFERA's head jewelry, but like that's it. Like, really? They couldn't have painted any more details on these otherwise very just gold accessories, the shoes, the shoulder, shoulder bandages, headdresses, like it just feels very budget to me, like very not collector level, which just disappointing really. They're cute, like I said, they're not bad dolls, but they're supposed to be $60 worth. They're supposed to be collector level dolls, and I just don't see it. I'm sorry. If they were Playline, great, we're talking in a different ballpark now, but these are collector, and as collector status goes, they do not they're not serviceable. They're not good as collector dolls. Next up, we have some more updates on upcoming Monster High IDW comic books. We have a Halloween special here with the cover seemingly having a throwback to what were they called? If you remember what these dolls were called, a line, let me know. Scarily Ever After. I have the dolls, I forget the name, but basically they have, like, Claudine's wearing the Red Riding Hood costume. Draculaura in the actual doll was wearing a Snow White inspired costume. Here she's actually wearing a different costume, so very interesting. Of course, we're also getting the next issue on the new Scaremasters line with Draculaura being on the cover here, but that might change. So if you're keeping up with these comic books, definitely look forward. Now let's get to San Diego Comic-Con with some of these really cute exclusive little pins and stuff that you could probably get there if you're attending. And then we also have some better looks here at the new Mega Blocks sets, starting off with the exclusive Comic-Con playset of Frankenstein in black and white. We also have some real-life pictures of the new Mega Block sets for Draculaura and Claudine's little, bedroom book-inspired playsets. These are really fun-looking, and the figures themselves, I don't know if they're like improved the face screening application on these dolls or whatever, but they just look fresh. They look really gorgeous. Like the actual face screenings, like they look like Brad's. Like they look so fantastic. So I always wanted to get the sets just for the mini dolls, because the mini dolls really, like, to me, they look amazing. And of course, the new Ghoulia Deadfest doll sold out in like 17 minutes. So amazing. I can't wait to see all these scalper prices listings come up on eBay. Now, something interesting at the Monster High booth at Comic-Con is that they have this like reveal thing going on with every day that they reveal something new. With yesterday, the opening reveal was the new Wednesday Raven doll. Wednesday in her Raven's dress. Now we have our first look at her, yay, and she looks like the prototype that leaked, but her skin is not gray, so she looks good. I also feel like the fabrics are not as transparent. They're not like see-through-ish. They're more like opaque and like actual, like, substantial fabrics. And we have some layers. So yeah, she's a really pretty doll. I like her braid. I like her makeup. I like the painted on nails. I feel like, does the other one have that too? Yeah, she looks great. The box also looks amazing, as we see here with one of them has already been found in store. Insane, I know, but the pricing for me is what really makes it a little bit difficult, because she's supposed to be like $60 US, and in some cases even more. So is this doll here worth $60 and more? I don't think so. She's still giving the same level of quality like the other two core dolls that they're releasing, which are going to be cheaper at $40, which is still expensive, but still, I feel like at $40 this doll would be better priced. But she's still really pretty, obviously, but I will probably not get her and just get the core version of the Wednesday doll. Now, the first day reveal was actually kind of lackluster, because it just ended up being G3 dolls of Catty and Spectra. I mean, it's great that we have some G3 representation here, because otherwise they're kind of missing from the Monster High booth. So yeah, it's great that they're here, but also, like, they're not really reveals. They're not new. These two have been out for, well, a couple of months now, especially like Catty. I feel like she came up first, and then Spectra now is more, recently getting seen more often. So yeah, both dolls are basically like out. They're released. It's not like they're releasing now only. Like, no, they've been released like months ago. Even at Smith's Toys, I feel like they're gonna get them soon, or if not, they already have them. So yeah, it's great, but it's not a reveal. Now you might be wondering, who will be the other reveals coming on Friday and on Saturday? Well, we know for sure that it will not be the new holiday CLEO doll, who we did see debut with a poster at the booth, since she will have her own little reveal, because she's a holiday doll later down the line. So who else could be a contender calendar here for reveals. Well, first off, obviously we have the other two Netflix Wednesday dolls who haven't really officially been revealed yet, so I feel like those two revealing on Friday makes sense. But then for Saturday, it's very likely that they could reveal the new Mummy Majesties 2-pack that we already have an image of, but obviously it hasn't been officially revealed, so definitely I feel like that's very likely. Or it could also be a reveal of the upcoming Collector 3-pack of the Hocus Pocus Sanderson Sisters, or of the Beetlejuice new 2-pack coming later this year as well. So it could be different things, for sure. Very exciting. That's definitely like the most exciting reveal happening on Saturday. And lastly, we have these behind the scenes looks presentation almost at the Monster High booth shared by At the Dolly Paints here of different prior Collector releases, also including the new upcoming release of the Wednesday in her Raven dress. So I'm always very intrigued and fascinated by, you know, the process of the design process of like the dolls, obviously, and like what goes into creating a doll. Obviously, like many teams, many different people. It takes a village. Like it's pretty safe to assume. So it's always like I always loved seeing these you know, behind the scenes insights into like what is the process like truly like, with the design sketches, the different 3D renditions of these face sculpts, and like different fabrics that considered to be used, and different items of clothing, and what they you know, what they have to look into first with the budgeting for different things that they want to do. So yeah, it's definitely always very interesting. And they even have Elvira and, you know, from it, Pennywise. So very these are like Pennywise, she was like the first one to release, so definitely a throwback to see, you know, behind the scenes looks at that doll. But yeah, maybe they'll do more presentations like these at the next upcoming days. I can only hope. And that was the video. I hope you all enjoyed. Leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and consider becoming a member today to support the channel if you're able to. And of course, so you don't miss out when I post more content like this coming your way and keeping you up to date with all the doll tea you love. Stay safe, be kind. I hope this next time. Stay peachy. Kisses.